Hey guys, Miles today bringing you a brand new video, and in this one we are going to be building on what we learned in last week's video with Go Lightstream, a cloud-based live streaming service that allows you to add overlays and alerts to your console live streams without the need of a capture card or powerful PC. If you guys missed last week's video on how to set up Go Lightstream, make sure you guys click the link in the upper right hand corner of the video so you guys know the basics before moving any further. Also, if you guys want to avoid missing any future videos where I teach you guys how to stream and how to make your gameplay into content, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on your notifications. Okay, now let's get started. Last week, we finished using Go Lightstream to make a basic overlay that looked something like this. It had a starting soon screen, an ending screen, a gameplay screen with a webcam and a little bit of an overlay, as well as a little bit of an IRL kind of chatting screen. This week, we're going to be learning how to take that a step further and make something like this. You still have your webcam, but we have added a follower goal, a latest follower ticker, as well as a chat box up here, and even an alert box in the center. So if I wanted to do things like a follower, that'll actually pop up here on screen. And how we're going to make all of this is using a tool called StreamElements Live. Now, this is something that is completely free, and just like Go Lightstream, it's just browser-based, super easy to use, gives you a ton of value for your streams. So you're going to want to go to streamelements.com, which is linked in the description below. Go ahead and click on login and then click Twitch or whatever streaming service that you will be using. Once logged in, you're going to navigate to streaming tools and go to my overlays. You're going to click on new overlay. It's going to ask you to set a resolution. I do recommend setting the same resolution as we did in Go Lightstream. In this case, that is 720p. Now, I like editing here in full screen, so I'm just going to click Fit to Screen down here in the bottom control panel. And now you just have this blank grid, and here's where we can start adding a bunch of cool stuff. The first thing that I'm going to add is an alert box. That's what allows you to have fun emojis and different things happen when people follow, subscribe, or just interact with your stream. So I'm going to click on alerts. I'm going to go with alert box. Then I'm going to go to position, size, and style, and I'm just going to center it in the middle of the screen. Now, you guys can click and drag to make this different sizes. You can also move it around. I'm just going to keep my alert box dead center, and I'm going to move on by adding a chat. Now, the most important thing when you're streaming and putting out content is to build a small community, and the easiest way to do that is with chat, where you can actually talk to people. So once again, I'll click that plus button, go to Stream Tools this time. I'm going to put your stream's chat. Now, because in Go Lightstream, I want my chat to be in this upper right-hand corner, I'm going to just push this over here and resize it to something that I think is going to roughly fit in that box. Okay, we're looking for something about this size. I'm just going to click and drag that. Hopefully it's decent. I'm also going to make it transparent. How do I do that? Well, I'm going to go over here to settings, and I'm going to go with a custom theme. Now, I could make this white. I could go with a checker, dark. I'm going to go custom. That's going to make it completely transparent. Then in the text settings, I'm going to go ahead and choose Arial because it's the font we've been using, and I'm going to make that white. Now, what you can do is you can actually make your chat different colors here. If I want, I can make it a purple. I'm just going to keep it white so that it heavily contrasts this gray that we have here. And we're going to move on. We're going to click this plus, and because I want to actually have a ticker at the bottom of the screen that looks like this, I'm going to add a static text. So plus sign static text. Over here, you can actually edit what that text says. So I'm going to do latest followers, and then we're going to mess with the actual style of the text. Once again, I will make it Arial. This time, I'm going to make it kind of a fun blue color. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm just going to choose some sort of pastel blue looking color. I'm going to resize the font, make it a little bit bigger. And then we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of a stroke. So I'll just do a size 1. And I want my stroke to be kind of gray just to kind of help with that pastel effect. Now, I do want to relocate this down to the bottom of the screen because that's where I'm going to want it in the stream itself. And now we need to add the ticker. To do that, you'll click the plus sign once again. This time we're going to go to labels, and you're going to see all these different options. I'm looking for it to show us our latest followers. So I will go to followers, latest, and instead of just the most recent follower, I'm going to do recent followers. So it's actually going to tick multiple people. And we're going to give this the same exact settings as the other one. And then it's just a matter of bringing this down to line up. Now, you guys are going to notice it's kind of snapping to some of my other elements here. If that's bothering you, you can turn snapping off. I like to leave it on for most things. And then I'll just use the arrow keys to fine tune stuff. Now, because I want this ticker to actually stretch across the entire bottom of the screen, I'm going to go into my position, size, and style. I'm going to increase the width. We'll do something around 950. And it's going to give it a much wider feel. And then it's just a matter of finding something that looks nice. All right. And then before we move on, I'm going to rename some of these so I can keep track. Now, the last thing I need to add is my actual follower goal. So I'm going to go to labels, followers, goals. This is the default. I am not a fan of the default look. So I like to go to condensed, which is going to eliminate your top and bottom text and actually squeeze it into the bar itself. Also going to set a goal of say 50. You can control the ending date of the goal if you guys wanted to do 1 month, 3 month, 6 month goals, whatever you guys want. You can also change the color. Now your background color is going to be the unfilled part of the bar here. You can see that turned into gray. And then your fill color is the part that's actually filling up as you get more followers. I'm going to find a similar blue to what we've been using. And I'm just going to position this under my webcam, remembering that the webcam is somewhere in this upper left-hand corner. Position, size, and style is going to give you much finer control over the element itself. So the width and height are the actual size of this box, whereas the top and left are the distance from the top of the canvas and the left of the canvas. So you guys can get really, really fine control there. And at the end of it all, you should have something that looks roughly like this. Once you click on save, it's going to ask you to give it a name. I'm just going to name it tester for now. And then we're going to copy this and put it all into our Go Lightstream. So we're going to click up here, go back to Go Lightstream. And now in this new scene, I'm just going to click plus. I'm going to add a third-party integration, StreamElements. If you guys are using some of these other ones, you can do that as well. But we're going to go StreamElements, and we're just going to copy that into the screen here. Once that's copied, it'll take a moment, but it will load. And now I'm just going to resize this. So I'm going to bring it up here. Make sure you click on scale, not resize area, and then you can just go ahead and drag that to fill the entire screen. Now, if some of these elements aren't fitting exactly how you liked, all you have to do is go back in, move them around, click save, and if I were to move this down here, you'll see as soon as I save it, it automatically shifts. And that is how I created this. Now, this one has been a little bit more fine-tuned. I spent more time aligning them with the position, size, and style. But with this tool, you can get really, really creative. You can add things like a starting screen, or in this case, I have all of my custom graphics added here. So I have my own webcam box. I have a bar that shows my tips and the most recent subscribers. And all that I did to do that was come in, click plus, I added a static image. And once you click on set image, you can actually upload default images or things that you've paid for or made yourself. So I have my webcam box, the bottom bar, I have this intermission screen, which looks like this, and I've just added a chat just like we did before. And by doing that, I have this scene here, I have this chat scene, which has my own overlay that I've paid for. And if you guys don't have custom graphics made, what's awesome about StreamElements is they actually have some free ones for you. So if you guys come back to this original screen and you go to Overlays Gallery, there's tons that are already made. We have this cool Halo Infinite one, a New World one. If you guys want to use one of these, you're just going to click create my overlay. I've already done this, but once you do create my overlay, you'll see them preloaded here. And then you just have to copy the URL and throw it in. I'm currently not using this ending one, so we will use that for an example. So I'm just going to copy the URL. I'm going to make a new scene. And same thing, I'm going to add a third-party element. I'm going to paste it in. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that these elements that they have pre-built are 1080p. So you're going to make sure to change your area to 1920 by 1080. And that's going to make sure you get the full graphic and nothing's chopped off or cropped out. Then it's just a matter of scaling that up to fit your 720 canvas. Now we have this really awesome Halo screen. You can see I've already utilized these and put in the starting screen. I've customized this one here, which is the actual in-game. Same exact thing. I'm just coming over here. In this case, the in-game one, I just copied the URL, pasted it, resized it. We added the webcam and shrunk it down to fit the canvas. And if you guys are wondering about stuff down here, if you actually come in here to one of these overlays, you're just going to click on edit. And then from here, you can actually customize it just like we've been doing. Now, the last thing I want to mention here is our alert box. If you guys want to get away from the default alerts that look something like this, and you guys want something a little bit more customized, one, the Halo ones are going to have that built in. So if I go to like this Halo scene again, and I run a test, emulate, say subscriber in this one. The Halo one has a built-in one, but if you guys ever want to mess with it and customize it, all you're going to do is go to your alert box. Within the alert box, you're going to click on settings, and then you have your different alerts here. For the follow alert, we will go into the settings there, and we're just going to go ahead and set the image. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and use this Excelsior that I've used in the past. Once I click save and I go back to my alert box here, or the scene that I have set up with this overlay, if I do subscribe, it's going to play an image here and that will pop up. So you guys can get really creative. You guys can add different GIFs, videos. You guys can buy some overlays on sites like owned.tv. And now your guys' console stream is fully equipped with alert boxes, tickers, donation goals, follower goals, whatever you guys want to use really. You guys are going to be able to do that again, all without a capture card and without a powerful PC. This is entirely web-based and browser-based. All right, I know that was a little bit of a longer video. Thank you guys so much for making it so far with me today. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you guys like, and if you guys are interested in turning your streaming and your gameplay into content, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you guys don't miss any future uploads. Also, make sure you guys share this with a friend if anyone you know is interested in streaming. And lastly, if you guys could follow me over on Twitter, it is my most active social media. It's the best place to engage with me. If you guys have any questions on stuff like this or even this video, don't forget to leave them in the comment section below or just reach out to me on Twitter. And I will see you guys on next week's video. Next week, we will actually be talking about turning your gameplay into content by taking what we've learned so far and going into Twitch and going into clips and editing those and turning those into TikToks and short form content for YouTube and other social medias to help actually grow your stream. So I look forward to seeing you guys on next week's video. I'm out.